Welcome to another Moz Play video. This is Mojito, and today we're going to be getting into another open world survival space-based terraforming game, and this is going to be the pilot episode. We're playing Planet Crafter. Let's get to it.
Correct your trajectory. Imminent impact. Imminent impact.
Alright guys, so we just crash landed on this red planet. I assume to be something similar to Mars, but there's not really any information on what the name of the planet is. Let's just assume it's a made up Mars-like planet. However, this game is primarily it's very similar to, there's a lot of games out there that are similar. Eating Crafters is probably one that you've seen on the channel as well, but you basically land on a planet and you try to terraform it. There are minerals all around. You go around, you collect the minerals. You have a oxygen bar, as you can see in the bottom left. You also have a water level bar, and you have a health bar. So you do have to watch your oxygen levels. You do have to watch your thirst levels. And there are just different minerals and materials that you can get around on the planet are going to be used to create different things. You do have kind of a fabricator type machine in there, very similar to all the other games out there. They all have fabricators or somewhat, be it Subnautica or Eating Crafters or you name it. There's some kind of workbench or fabricator out there that requires raw materials. So very similar concept. If you're familiar with that style of game, this is be something that you can pick up pretty fast and figure out how to do. So we just made a backpack there. It's going to give us a couple more slots. This is a inventory management game, so you will constantly run out of space. However, you do have storage boxes that you can put down. And you're constantly getting bombarded with meteor showers, as you can hear on the outside, and other weather effects. So this is the gist of the game. We're gonna go ahead and keep going through. I have played this in the past, but it's been quite a while ago, so we're just starting fresh. Okay, so as you can see in the upper left, I have a couple objectives, things that I want to build or construct. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be focused on: crafting a microchip, equipping a microchip. This is all things in the first steps quest in the upper left, and ultimately craft a tier 1 level drill. And as always, my water is always going to be running low, so I have to keep running back to the pod, not only to refill my oxygen, but also to look and see if I have any water. Crafting water is pretty easy. You just got to find some ice, which is pretty much spread all around this map, but you are constantly having to make upgrades and add to your suit, very similar to Astromedica and quite a few other games like that. And again, here's yet another meteor shower. I wouldn't advise standing under where the meteor is landing, but once the meteor lands and hits the ground, you can go over there and see what kind of resources have appeared, because they usually either uncover or bring in new resources. So we're going to continue to go around with our handy material zapper and get as much resources as possible so that we can keep crafting before we go on and explore a little further out. This planet that you're on, if I remember correctly, does have different biomes. Obviously, this is kind of like the desert biome, but they have other zones as you kind of explore the map. There's a zone that's pretty much all purple due to the trees. There's like one where it has a lot of, it seems to be nighttime a lot. So, but we crash landed here. This is our starting point. Eventually you will be able to build some habitats and kind of make a nice big base here, or wherever you decide to set up shop. But there are plenty of things to explore on this map: wrecked spacecraft and caves full of minerals and supplies. So this is definitely open world and exploration. Okay, so we have our first module building habitat down, but we don't have a way to get inside, so we have to go around and pick up the resources needed to craft a door so that we can at least go inside. For now, we still have the crashed escape pod that we're able to get into to replenish our oxygen, but we do want to open up that habitat that we just dropped down. Power levels is low because obviously the sun went down and a lot of the power feeding the shuttle pod and the system is solar. So at nighttime, unless you have some kind of battery backup system, you're going to be running low on power. There we go. We have enough to build a door, so now we can actually get in there and start setting up shop. Okay, I'm gonna keep going around picking up materials. I'm trying to get as much as possible so that I can just start linking these habitats together. Got an issue here where I can't put this one down. There's something blocking. It could be that rock there that I can't move. It could be the hill is too high. Needs to be a little bit more level. So yeah, it's not giving me the shape that I really want, which is kind of a square shape. So we're gonna go with this weird T looking shape so far. Maybe go out a couple pods to the left. Kind of odd that it's floating in the air, but you can really dress that up by putting like some structures underneath it, so it doesn't look like it's just floating in the air. Gotta go pick up some more materials here. Now, if you are into the kind of game where you just kind of go and farm materials, this is a very relaxing kind of game. We're just kind of going around zapping, and you'll find all sorts of materials here. And like I said earlier, whenever there's a meteor shower, a lot of these materials get replenished, because as soon as those meteors hit, they drop or force some new materials to come out. Usually going to be kind of the same type of resources in the area, but you will never run out of resources for the most part. You're always going to have some stuff in the area of this escape pod and your base. Now, this is not going to be my final base. I just kind of popped this down to get started, and then put a couple workstations and stuff up. But eventually we'll probably find a better place to set up shop. And I may even get to the point where I can transition to my original save, which is really a couple months into the system, you know, where I've done quite a bit of exploring, got a nice size base going. All right, so we're looking really good here. We got our drill down, we got our wind turbine, so they're generating power. Our drill is going to be pulling in some resources there. So got a couple other modules that we can build. The base is looking pretty empty right now, but we just got to make sure that we have enough resources to build all the interior habitat structures and workbenches and wall mounted screen decorations and stuff like that. I'm still trying to remember The placement can be a little bit funny. Some of these things you can only put on desks, like these monitors, but some of them are wall mounted, so we'll figure it out as we go. But at this point, we've been putting in quite a bit of time, and we're gonna go ahead and put a bookmark in the video, come back and continue to expand the interior of the base before we go out and do some more exploring of this red planet. So as usual, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel, and we will see you in the next video.